Today, May the 27th, we Peruvians celebrate the Day of the Native Language. For me, this day is particularly significant because even though I am from Lima and my mother tongue is Spanish, my mother's side of the family come from Ayacucho in the southern Andes of Peru. My grandma, who unfortunately died 1 month before I was born, spoke only Quechua, the native language of that region. So many years later, in 2019, in the International Book Fair of Lima, I found this book, Runasimita, Yachasun, Quechua Method, by specialists César Itier, who teaches Quechua in the National Institute of Oriental Languages and Civilizations in Paris, and Zenobio Ortiz Cárdenas, who was born in the province of Andahuaylas. Precisely, apart from teaching the language, there is an introduction, and in that introduction there is a kind of debate or a reference to the debate on whether Quechua is a language with a variety of dialects, or maybe this is a family of languages. Anyway, the variety they are teaching us here is Ayacucho Quechua, especially the province of Andahuaylas in Apurímac. So what I really like about this book is that even though most materials focus on technical vocabulary, it also shows us, but in a reader-friendly way. Apart from the vocabulary, the exercises, for example, translating, responding, etc., the listening aspect is covered by the channel of the French Institute of Andean Studies, which has produced this book, and the book was published by Editorial Comentarios. So the listening part is very, very important and is covered here. You know that this is one of the 4 basic skills when learning a language. It has 40 units in more than 300 pages, so you can see the units in both Spanish and Quechua. And it starts with Imainayang Pani, very simple vocabulary, very simple dialogues, but then, obviously it grows in complexity. There are even texts, full texts in Quechua, not only conversations, not only translation. Another aspect that was intrinsically important is the cultural references, because Quechua is especially associated with the rural Peru. It shouldn't be like that, in my opinion. We should make the language more dynamic in the city, in education, why not in politics? However, that's the reality nowadays. Also some explanations about the suffixes, because the structure of the language is very different from the one of Spanish or English. So morphology is included, a list of suffixes, a glossary in Quechua Spanish. Many of the words there might be already known by Spanish speakers like me, because as you know, Quechua has influenced Spanish, not only the other way around. That's why you look at this index of suffixes. That's why I really recommend reading this book and reading and practicing. Right? Look at this, one of the last texts. Kainatam limaman chayamur kaniku. Huk warmin limaman chayamus hangmanta willakun. Llaktamasimi, imatam kaipi ñakarinji. Mikuypas parallawan hispin, mana paraptinka imapas kanchu, harkuchik limaman. Carnaval timpupi limamanta kumimuspa niukuwarja. Chaymi imachaykutapas, sahipakuspayku hamullarjaniku. Komas nisqamanmi llaqta masipa wasillanman chayamurjaniku. Paymi yaha watasamachiwallarjaku, castellano yaha mana rimaq, Lima llaqtapi ruwaykuna mana yachaq, sisihina runapa chawpinpi pipas mana riqsik, Liyipas manayachaq ñawsahinam purillarqani pachata taqsapakustin imaq iskay kimsa wasipi yanukuyta yanapakustin wawachakunatapas puklachistin. Wow, it's really, really complicated to read. I did my best, but I know it's not enough. So, whenever you have the opportunity to buy this book by the French Institute of Andean Studies, get it and you will connect or reconnect with your ancestors. Not only ancestors, but a living culture as well. Bye bye.